I'm sure everybody's getting ready for the game this weekend in Las Vegas. That's where I'm supposed to be this weekend for my birthday. Well, hey, I ain't gonna be there with you physically, but I'm be there with your spirit. I tell you right now, we're gonna talk about this daggone game. But you know what? A lot of folks may wonder how in the heck did an HBCU football game, or how did two HBCU teams get awarded the opportunity to play a game in the Reliance Stadium in Nevada, Las Vegas? Well, it had to be somebody that's a rebel, someone that this is the first time doing something or being the first to do something. A lot of us, HBCUs was the first to do a lot of things out here, for those that have attended, those that know a lot about the history, And when you see someone like Miss Sandra Douglas Morgan that saw value in bringing two perennial teams like Grambling State University and Jackson State University to Las Vegas to have a football game this upcoming weekend. It had to be something special. She saw value. She saw something in this thing. And right now you got the HBCU national champs, get ready to go up against Grambling State University, looking to guard the yard. And we're going to talk about exactly what needs to be done for them to come on up out of Vegas with that win. Or Grambling State gonna be standing there looking at them once again, saying, "I told you so. Y'all didn't want this smoke. Every time y'all come this way, we're gonna knock you back." But you know what? Your favorite coach gonna go ahead and get into that right about now. It's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, make sure y'all go ahead and tap in with your favorite coach. Like, share, subscribe. We're going to go ahead and get this thing going right now. Because you know what? I'm a little fired up. I ain't going to tell you no time. I'm a little fired up. Because even though I ain't there, I wanted to be there, be there in the midst of everything, rubbing elbows, talking a little trash, just having a good time, just having a good old time. And unfortunately, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. And it's cool. It's okay. But this is going to be one hell of a game. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say that. Right now, Jackson State has been able to get themselves together. They had a week to get prepared for this game. The competitive game that they had against Alabama State a couple weeks back. They got a time to go ahead, refresh, recharge, reboot, so they can get themselves back in pocket so they can go ahead and continue to keep moving forward. Grambling State, on the other hand, they looking to go ahead and get themselves established. I mean, this season has not gone in the direction in which they wanted to go thus far. But if they can become the spoiler, why not be the biggest spoiler of them all and coming out there and knocking off Jackson State in this game? But there's a couple of things that are kind of, some questions for me with Grambling State that I got to get. I need to see who's going to step up and ring the bell for them to go ahead and get this daggone game and move forward to continue shaking up the East. It's not shaking up the East, shaking up the West Conference over there. Because right now that West Conference is just in total disarray because they had Southern dubbed as coming out of the West this year, and I'm looking at them from a statistical standpoint. Southern is last in offense and defense, and I'm like, what in the double hockey sticks is going on with this thing? There's no way in the world this went down like this. But you know what? Hey, you got to move on and keep pushing forward. Grambling on the other side, they fair to middling. They like in the middle, like 6 across the board, both for offense, defense. And then you got Jackson State that I believe they're number 2 in offense, and I think they're number 2 in defense. So we're going to see exactly how this go. But you know what? The statistics don't mean nothing in this game. We can talk statistics all day long. We can go ahead and play rock, paper, scissors football and see who's going to come up and win this game until we get blue in the face. The bottom line is they got to strap this thing up, get out there on the field, and make some things shake. As I like to say, the offensive, defensive linemen, they got to get out there and get them puppies moving. They got to get to moving some furniture out there on that out there in them trenches. Because if you can't move no damn furniture, guess what? You ain't moving the ball, and you dang sure ain't stopping nothing either. But when it comes down to your playmakers, This is where we draw the line to find out, is it about that time? And Grambling State got a big question mark at the quarterback position for me. And I say this because of the fact that you got Tissette that's been the starting quarterback for you for majority of the season until he got hurt. The young man was in a boot, I believe, was it a week or two ago. You pull the young man, he takes the boot off, put on the cleat to go out there on the field to go play, hoping y'all can get this day, hoping y'all get the win in the game, and y'all come up short. Now, silly me. Isn't this the same thing that went on, was it last season with Miles Crowley when Crowley was hurt and y'all put him back out there in the game and end up re-injuring himself anyway? I'm just trying to understand who's protecting the athlete from himself, from getting out there just, really screwing up something real bad. Now, I'm not wishing it upon nobody, but I'm just saying, from hindsight, I'm just looking at everything that's going on here. And the reason why I'm asking this question, because you got Ivory out there on the field for Jackson State. Y'all know daggone well he come across that line. Number 0 for Jackson State. He's looking to come eat too. They come to feast. And already this season, Grambling State has allowed 15 sacks on their quarterback. Last season is 25 total. So all I'm simply saying is that, hey, you guys got 5 games left to go, and if you're allowing 3 to 4 sacks per game, and he's already injured, where does that leave everybody, right? So I say all of that to say this. I'm hoping that the Grambling State Tigers offensive line is going to be able to get out there and protect their quarterback in this game, because y'all already know Jackson State going to pin their ears back and they coming to get that work. Now, they do, Grambling State, that is, have a couple of receivers out there on the field that could turn this thing up a little bit, shake it up, as far as we're making sure that the Jackson State defensive backs, they're covering like they're supposed to. Now, the rushing attack for Grambling State University, that's something else that I'm wondering how that's going to work out for them as well, because as a team, they're averaging 165.4 yards per game rushing the ball, or 4.7 yards per carry. I'll give them that. But, Jackson State's a little stingy with their rushing attack. And we saw that the last time that they played, where Andrew Body was, I believe he was the leading rusher for Alabama State against Jackson State. Tissette, on the other hand, who is known to be a dual threat quarterback, will he try to test it, pull that ball down, take off and run in times that in times where he's going to need to make a play? That's why I'm questioning as far as, is this young man healthy enough to be out there on the field this week, and not putting him out there as a lame duck. Now, I do understand that they do have another quarterback that can come in the game and play, that can make some things happen for him, Ashton Fry. Ashton Fry doesn't have a problem with pulling that ball down, taking off and running if he needs to. Already this season, this young man, he's completing over 65% of his passes. So we're going to see how all of that, plays out as well. But again, I'm just looking to see how all of this is going to take, how all of this is going to shape out for Grambling. And Tissette has played in 6 games. He's averaging, was at 54.86. He has a 54% completion rate. He's completed 79 passes for 833 yards, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And I'm just simply trying to put it together as far as, okay, Grambling, what are you guys looking to do? From a rushing attack, you got Trey Bradford, who definitely can get out there. He can tote that thing, too. He's averaging 6.2 yards per carry. So the rushing attack is going to be there. Byron Eaton, he's another one that can get out there and run that thing also. And, again, Tissette is the 3rd leading rusher on the team. So this thing can go a lot of different ways. I mean, it's just a matter of how Coach Mickey Joseph put it together as far as with the rushing attack. I mean, you even got Clyde McClendon Jr., who's going to get out there and do his thing also. So we're going to sit down and evaluate how everything is going to play out in this game between these two teams. It's definitely going to be a chess match, and, folks going to be out there looking to beat their chest and let everybody know, hey, listen, they are that guy. They are him. They're not trying to go ahead and suffer another loss. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, Grambling already has, 2 losses in the conference already, so they're not trying to lose no more games. They're trying to play spoiler. But Jackson State, on the other hand, they got the general over there. They got Mr. Jacoby Morgan himself, the quarterback, that's going to look to definitely come out here in this game and establish the Jackson State offense, making sure that they solidify themselves, move the ball up and down the field, as well as those young men in the trenches that's going to do their thing. Now, as far as in the trenches themselves, I want to know if the Towns Blue. I want to know for sure if this young man is going to play in the game, because definitely he's going to be a pivotal piece on that offensive line. I mean, hell, all of the offensive line over there have been pivotal pieces for Jackson State, because they've just done nothing but plug and play every time that they needed to. If they needed to shift some people around, Next man up came out there and got the job done. So we're gonna wait and see how that takes place as well for them. But you already know that running back room for Jackson State is stout and they're sturdy. They're not gonna hold nothing back this week because I'm sure Ahmad Miller is definitely seething at the he's seething at the bit like give me the damn ball right now because I'm ready to go get some work. I'm ready to go ahead and put this hard hat on and get out there and do what I got to do. But then on the other side of the thing you got Terrell and you got Dupree, who also can get loose out there as well. And boy, listen, I almost feel like head coach T.C. Taylor got some more tricks up his sleeve that he just gonna go ahead. Hey, he's sitting there like he at the blackjack table. He gonna try to bluff a little bit to see who gonna jump first. And if they jump and he catch you with your draws down, it's gonna be lights out. All I can say is this is going to be one phenomenal game between these two teams, and there's going to be a lot of folks that's traveling to get there to see exactly how this thing goes. Now, Jackson State defense, as I stated before, you got Ivory and the crew out there that's looking to come get after whichever quarterback they put out there on the field to be the one that's going to lead the team out there this weekend. Jackson State is allowing 20.5 points per game. And again, on the flip side of that thing, you got Grambling, they're averaging 25.1 points per game. So let's see how the Jackson State defense matches up against that Grambling State offense. As I stated previously, but the receiver core for Jackson State, I'm waiting to see how the Grambling State defensive backs cover Dupree, Gardner, Rembert, Savage, Riley. I mean, things going to open up this weekend. We're going to see some things that's really going to happen in this game. Now, I know y'all like, Coach, who you got in this game. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be the game of the week right here. Make sure you leave your comments down below. Give me your score predictions. Lunch on me, whoever get the correct score right. Whoever puts it in first and get it right, lunch is going to be on me. Like I stated before, I still owe one gentleman who I have not heard from yet lunch that he got the correct score right early on in the season. So I'm waiting to hear back from him. Listen. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this game going to be a tight game. Why I say that is because I believe that Grambling State is going to play with Grambling State is going to play with a sense of urgency, and I think they're going to play with it's going to be some pride on the line for them. Last time Jackson State and Grambling linked up, things didn't go the way Jackson State expected them to, but I think Jackson State is looking to come get this work this time because I don't think they're trying to leave no crumbs on the table for no screw-ups later on down the line. They're trying to go ahead and get this thing, get the East locked up immediately so they can go ahead and keep pressing on and do what they got to do. I got Jackson State winning this game 31-20. I got Jackson State winning this game 31-20. Leave comments down below. Let me know who you think is going to win this game. Bottom line is, let me make sure I get this correct because I don't want to forget my guy. When I said the defensive lineman he was the defensive MVP in the Celebration Bowl, Mr. Jeremiah Williams. I do apologize, big fella. I want to make sure I go ahead and shout you out on that as well. And again, you got to remember Hawkins and Pulliam. All of these guys going to be looking to get after it in this game. I believe they're looking to make sure they leave it all out there on the field. No questions asked. No, none of that. They're coming to get it. And you already know Quincy Ivory is going to be the anchor that's going to make that thing rock and roll. So we're going to see a fantastic game this weekend. Wish both teams the best of luck. No one get injured. Everybody, get to and from the game safely, and everybody have a good time. But leave your score predictions down below. Let me know who you think is going to win this game and the final score. Whoever gets the final score correctly, they will get lunch on me. So I'm just putting that out there right now. So, and all scores must be in before the game kick off. Okay, let y'all know that right now too. But hey, your favorite coach gonna go ahead and get a bone out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.